Driver throws, picked, caught, down at about the 25. That reception is Brody Davis.
Yeah, just a quick slant to Davis.
So a gain of 4. Brings up second and down and 6 for the Kennewick Lions.
Stenhauser with the tackle, able to stand him up there. Quick slant.
2 receivers far right for the Lions. In the backfield, again, that pistol look. Turn handoff. Gets inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line to Jacob Gay. So just a couple there for Jacob. That'll bring up third down.
Heard there waiting for him and yanks him down. A little different greeting here as he jumps up from the deep back.
And nice job on the tackle there. I think that was Josh Biggs. So Gay in the backfield again, this time offset, so it'll be more of a traditional shotgun look. 2 receivers far to the right for Driver. He's going to keep it himself, looking for some space. Left side cuts up to the middle, finds the first down. Inside the 15, down to the 12. They'll mark him down at the 13-yard line. That's a gain of 9 and a first down.
Yeah, nice run, too, as Gavin Green had to hold on for dear life, grabbed him from behind, and first down and then some, and moved the chains. Another Kennewick first down.
And watch Jacob Gay on this one. He's essentially the fullback on this play. Driver finds some space and gets in for the first down. And you see Gavin Green on the tackle. We're in a third receiver out wide left. Does Kennewick in the backfield? I think it's Carter Bendewald.
It's going to go against Kennewick.
And then offsides on Richland is what the initial indication is.
Well, he fooled me. He threw his flag into the backfield. Look where he threw it.
Yeah, he did. That's the wrong side.
Yeah, you're supposed to throw it over at Richland.
Sorry about that. Eric Weisberger, our referee, we've got him mic'd up and on the broadcast tonight. So I was told
Morrow, and go tell him.
Specifically.
You're supposed to throw it on the side where the foul is on.
1st and 5 for the Lions. Driver turns, hands the football off. Bendewald over the right-hand side. A little off tackle. Gets inside down to about inside the 5 to the 4. That'll be maybe a half a yard short of a first down.
Want to let everybody know that we have subleased our box tonight.
Yeah.
To Jeff Morrow, the famous Jeff Morrow. You guys will have a show together coming up next week.
Last week we just did it the other day.
Yeah.
We had our prep countdown just the other day. And in which Jeff provided all the wisdom, I provided all the stupidity, and I think it works for us. Second and a couple. Driver going to keep it himself. Left-hand side. Lots of blocking out there, and he gets in. Touchdown, Kennewick Lions. Dominic Driver from 6 yards out. And he takes it to the house.
Yeah, had a nice wedge that he just followed student body left and goes in untouched for the first 6. 5-yard run.
9 minutes, 3 seconds left here in the first. The Lions take their first drive all the way to the house. You'll eventually, at some points, get the opportunities to see the new scoreboard in action. Big thanks to ICCU for coming in, being part of this. As Anthony Mariano will kick the extra point for the Lions. The attempt, low snap, but he gets it. And it is good.
Excellent job on the hold. That was not an easy job with that ball on the turf. And he had to pick it up, put it up on the block. Ball was on its edge and had to pick it up. That is not an easy hold at all.
So just less than 3 minutes into this one, and the Kennewick Lions already have a 7-0 lead. Richland defense going to have a tough task ahead of them. It's going to be whether or not Jackson Woodard and the Richland offense can get things going. Speaking of Jackson Woodard, of course, could be very exciting when the football season is over. Hopefully not too soon for the Richland Bombers, but we'll get the outstanding Richland boys basketball team. They got all the way to the state championship last year. They got a reasonable chance to do it again this year. Possibly win the whole darn thing.
Well, Richland scores 36 points a game. Kennewick 35. Difference of 3 points between the two, both at 4-0, and neither team gives up points. Richland just under 7 a game, and Kennewick just under 10 a game.
Back to return for the Bombers, Brody Bosick and Hayden Galloway. Bosick has tied the school record for most touchdowns by a wide receiver in their career. His next one will set him apart. He will be alone atop the Bombers' all-time receiving touchdown list. And it will be Daniel Negrete Torres kicking the football away, and Bosick will have it at the 10. Get some blockers that way, has some space, gets through a tackle up to the 35 to the 39. Good starting field position for the Richland Bombers. And Brody Bosick takes it 29 yards on the return.
Nice crashing return. Definitely good stop on the play made by Aragon.
Tonight's game sponsored by the Jewelry Design Center. We want to be your jeweler for life. So Jackson Woodard and this wide open, throw it anywhere kind of passing attack hits the field. In fact, he's going to open up with an empty back. Oh, no, he's got one back in the backfield, and that's Tucker Watkins. Three receivers left, single receiver White. Right, hand off to Watkins up the middle. He had a hard time collecting the ball and ended up losing a yard. He didn't get the handoff particularly clean. He was hit and dropped in the backfield. 2nd and 11 for the Bombers. They played at this exact field just 2 weeks ago. Fell behind Southridge 19-0 at that point. Came back able to win that game to maintain their undefeated record. Woodard steps, looks and throws. And he's going to have to step forward. Finds an open receiver. Nice catch right there. That's Pearson Bryant. That's a gain of 13 on the play. Is that 13? Yeah, 13.
Cooper Neer able to make that stop.
Neer getting a little bit of looks. Potentially going to go play college football as a linebacker, a punishing linebacker. Oh, he's going to Montana. Oh, that's right. Jeff has already. This is why Jeff Morrow is here. This is why he's the wisdom in all of this. Woodard looking to throw. He's going to go deep down the middle, and it's just a little bit beyond Bosick's range. He was double teamed. I was talking to Josh Jelinek about that prior to the game, and I said, hey, Bosick, did he break the record yet? He said, no, he's tied it. And he goes, he's getting a lot of attention.
Do I get to show Jeff up now?
Yep.
That's where my my niece's son is at Montana. Yeah. Quinn Hyatt. Yeah. 6'2", 240, or 6'7", 240.
Jeff Morrow just said a curse word here. As an Eastern Washington alum, how dare you say those things? How dare you, sir? Three receivers for the Bombers. Woodard looking to throw. He's going to go deep. Bosick down the right side. That's a one-on-one, and it's just about a step beyond him. So he'll go incomplete and bring up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, good coverage step by step, but led him by about 6 yards.
Bradley Parker out on coverage. I was talking with Coach Josh Jelinek before the game. He says Bosick's just getting so much attention right now, so they're hoping that, Kyan Williams can step up, Hayden Galloway can step up. We just saw a catch by Pearson Bryant. So lots of opportunities, and some of the best teaching that these kids are learning at the wide receiver position is happening at Richland right now. Bosick steps off for this one. So Woodard, he's got a blitz coming from near. He's going to have to run, and he can't get away. Dropped for a sack by Peter Smith.
Great pursuit by Smith as he came in, busting in. No time at all, and sent down Jackson Woodard.
It's a loss of 11 on the play and takes them out of any hope of even thinking about going for it on 4th down. But you saw Cooper Neer blitz in, pushing Woodard to the outside. That is where Peter Smith was.
And now we have a discussion.
Officials getting together right there at the 40-yard line.
There is no call for illegal formation.
Our referee tonight, Eric Weisberger. The umpire, Rory Schilling. The linesman, Chad Nixon. The line judge is Alan Stone. And the back judge, Austin Thornhill.
So the illegal formation, we march on. It's 4th down, the punt coming.
So Richland would have probably gone for it on 4th down if they had gone back so far, but instead it's 4th and 21, the punt. The height goes over the head of the punter, and he's got to try to get something on it and somehow gets it away. And that's where you hear Peter, what a job.
With his left foot.
With his left foot, Hayden Galloway. And it'll actually go all the way to the Kennewick 41-yard line. What a job by Hayden Galloway to get anything on it, and not only that, but get enough of it to make it not the greatest punt in the world by numbers, but perhaps one of the best punts you'll see all year.
Well, if I were him and I were old enough, then I might go play the slots after I got that kick away. Good grief.
Chasing it down, trying to do something from the 7-yard line, just even losing his balance kicking it, gets a very fortunate bounce, and everybody on the Kennewick sideline yelling at the team to just let it go.
Well, the ball landed about the 32-yard line, and he got a roll for 25 yards. You're living good.
So 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line for the Kennewick Lions. They scored a touchdown on the first drive. They got 2 backs in the backfield, Brooks and Bendewald. Richland showing and then faking and then stepping back, handoff Brooks up the middle to about the 50-yard line. Rivion Brooks, 2 carries, 50 yards already by unofficial count.
Hayden Galloway with the initial tackle. He had some help from Gavin Green.
So Galloway's been back on kick return. He's been the punter, and now he's making stops on defense. Great young baseball player, Hayden Galloway. 2 backs in the backfield again. That's Brooks and Bendewald. 3 receivers set. Handoff Brooks. He's going to look for the left-hand side. He breaks out of a couple of tackles. Gets inside the 45, down to the 41-yard line. Gain of 9 again.
Simple football there. A little screen to the left side, following the blockers, and it turns into another 1st down for Kennewick. Keeping it short and simple and mixing the plays well, and Kennewick moving the football again.
Brooks will come off as he's again still trying to, he's healthy, but you always want to make sure that they're good to go. And so Cooper Neer gets in at running back. The thunder, all this lightning that the Kennewick Lions have offensively. He'll be back in the backfield with Bendewald. Single receiver on either side. Handoff, Bendewald, right side. Then he cuts up the middle, gets inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
I think he had to do a little improvisation there. And it was, I think initially he was going to try and run off the tight end on the right side, Brody Burrell, but kind of closed up for him, so he had to cut off center, and not a lot on that. Picked up about 3 yards.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Lions. This time the backfield will feature Jacob Gay and Cooper Neer. They're rotating through the running backs at a pretty quick pace, keeping them all fresh and healthy so that they're strong in the 4th quarter, and a flag comes in. And that's a false start. This time the flag was thrown on the Kennewick side and is on Kennewick.
Prior to the snap, false start offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Here in Eric Weisberger, our referee for tonight. Great job by our crew getting that hooked in as well. So excited to have that. And
adds that ambiance into the game.
Yeah. Big thanks as well, I'm sure, to Parker Hodge, who I'm sure was helpful for that. If not, then just big thanks for him being Parker Hodge anyways.
Mr. Stats.
Yep. The basketball season, I'll be relying on him heavily. Handoff, Gay, right side. Breaks out of 1 tackle, then he gets up to about the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 5. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Really an excellent drive, and the clock just continues to grind away. Good pace to the game.
One thing it looks like early on Richland's going to have to try to resolve is they've got to get some better tackling. Seen too many Kennewick Lions running right through tackles.
Yeah, and the defense spent a lot of time on the field.
They have indeed. Driver, pistol look. Bendewald behind him, going to get swing it out to Bendewald. Has to try to break a tackle, doesn't. Nice job right there. Kyan Williams. Bendewald will go for nothing.
Yeah, Williams read that well. As soon as the swing pass was set up, sat there and greeted him, yanks him down by the knees, and might have gained an inch or two, and that was about it.
So now bring up 4th down. Lions offense stays out on the field. Some confusion initially as to who will be out there. Between Jacob Ball and Brody Davis, it will be Ball. 2 receivers on either side for Dom Driver.
Good statement here defensively for Richland, and trying to give its offense a little bit of time with that football.
Driver steps back for a little quick kick. Nobody back for Richland, so it's going to bounce freely at about the 20-yard line. Take a Kennewick bounce inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line, and that is where the Bombers will start on offense after the timeout. Kennewick 7-0. You're watching high school football on SWX. Country Mercantile is your one-stop shop for local gourmet foods and unique gifts. From handcrafted chocolates to locally sourced jams, marinades, dips, and mixes. Don't forget fresh baked artisanal breads and rolls. Country Mercantile, fresh, local flavor. And now that it's October, a great place to go and find some fall decorations or some fall food. 1st and 10 from their own 3-yard line for the Richland Bombers. In the backfield will be Finn Bunnage. Single receiver on either side for Jackson Woodard. I think there's going to be a false start, perhaps. Getting some.
Prior to the snap, false start offense. Half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
So the offense.
1.5 yard penalty.
Yeah, you're really stuck right back in the end zone.
Now you're now you're looking at it. And it's so key now for that Richland offensive line to step up.
Every snap matters right here. Anything can happen, and especially when you're taking out the shotgun.
Now 2 receivers out to the left side. Woodard going to turn, hand it off Bunnage. Bounces out right side, hits Bradley Parker, and is driven back after maybe a couple. Bunnage 6'2", 215, and Bradley Parker stood him up and dropped him.
Pretty good. His forward progress stopped right at about the 5-yard line. Good run. Picked up about 3.5. And there you can see he's stopped and driven back.
Also in on that tackle, Jacob Gay.
Bradley Parker as well.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Woodard hands it off. Bunnage this time going to go left, bouncing out to the outside, but he's swarmed for a loss. Back to the 3, so a loss of a pair.
Well, whatever was gained was just lost right there.
Now to bring up 3rd down and 10. Ball marked right at the 3-yard line. So Josh Jelinek, a little bit cautious, conservative when this drive so far, when they start so far back near their end zone. Let's see what he dials up here on this 3rd down. 2 receivers out to the right, 3 receivers out to the right, single receiver out wide left. Woodard has some time. Has to now scramble a little bit to the right-hand side. Wings it up, and it's caught. Not for the intended receiver, but it is caught at the 35 down to the 36-yard line. Pearson Bryant. I have reasonable confidence that ball was intended for Brody Bosick, and Pearson Bryant just steps in for the 33-yard gain.
Well, when you get a play like that, the first thing I was looking back downfield to see if anybody, a legal receiver downfield. Not exactly the way it was intended, but turns out nicely.
Oh, it was Kyan Williams, I think that was intended for, and nice job there by Pearson Bryant. He didn't know that it's a broken play. He's just going up to play the ball. First and 10 at 36. Little swing pass out on the right side or left side for Richland. Not much there for Tucker Watkins. I'll give him nothing. Maybe a half a yard if he's lucky.
Watkins at 5'10", 190, is senior. It's chased out of bounds with just over a minute to go here in this first quarter, which has been expedient.
Yeah, rushing attack of Kennewick. So 2nd and 9 now for the Bombers. Woodard this time going to roll right on a designed roll throw over the hands of Brody Bosick. Now to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Campos Lil had the hands up, might have gotten a hand on the ball, but certainly threw the hands up.
So another 3rd and long for the Richland Bombers. They converted the last one. In fact, they've gotten the first down so far, at least on the first 2 drives. Woodard again, designed rollout to the right. Scrambles, throws over the head of Brody Bosick. That'll be incomplete. Looks like the Richland punt team will come on. Jackson Woodard just not quite as sharp to start this one. Just having a little bit of hard time getting the ball to his receivers, especially when he's on the run.
Well, Kennewick's defense very effective, and they can make you hurry what you don't want to hurry. They make you think quick.
So instead, Galloway back to punt. Hoping for a more traditional punt this time around. Snap is good. Boots this one away. Collected at the 27-yard line. That's Bradley Parker. He's going to get dropped. Getting a 6 on the return.
Great pursuit there by Finn Bunnage. First one down there and grabs a hold. Yanks him down to the turf.
Calling all fall fanatics, the new DQ Fall Treat menu is here. Enjoy the new Caramel Toffee Cookie Blizzard Treat, Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat, or new Maple Cookie Shake. Get them delivered in the DQ app, where happy tastes good.
Bradley Parker will get an assist as well on that tackle. Both of them got down there quickly. Line drive kick that was low, so they had to beat feet to get down there.
Driver looking at a shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, a single receiver to his left. Driver keeps it. Starts on the left-hand side, then cuts it back up the middle. He'll get to about, well, pushes his way up to the 39, where they'll finally blow the whistle. It's a gain of 6 on the play.
Tackle came in high, too, and that gave him an opportunity for his legs just to keep churning. Driver took advantage of that, didn't get him down around the legs, and probably picked up another 3, and we'll see here on the replay. And right there, grabbing a hold of him, was
Kiesel Kahani had him initially, and then that'll be the end of the first. Our score at the end of 1, it's Kennewick 7, Richland nothing. You're watching high school football on SWX. We'd like to thank proud sponsor of high school football, Perfection Glass, celebrating 50 years strong, 50 years local. Perfection Glass brings you the best in Milgard windows and doors with 5 decades of craftsmanship and a passion for supporting Tri-Cities youth. Perfection Glass is here for you. Baby Shark being played as the student bodies of each side having a good time. It is Patriot theme, national pride, U.S. theme pride for the Richland Bomber Nation. So there's a whole lot of red, white, and blue over there. It's also a cancer awareness night for the Kennewick. So a lot of pink on the home side. 2nd and 4 for the Lions. As Driver has 2 receivers to his right, single receiver wide left. He's going to, again, keep it, run out to the right-hand side, find some space up to about the 45-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. The official's going to mark it actually at the 44. So that's a gain of 5 and first.
Braden Sims with the tackle, 6 foot 220. Able to yank him down.
So Kennewick will have 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. They need 7-0 here in the second quarter.
Wasn't that Gerardo Parra that he had that as his walk-up song with Washington?
Was it Gerardo
Yeah, Parra. Wasn't it in the World Series? Yeah. I think it was him that had Baby Shark.
Because his kid
for
wanted,
his kids.
Yeah, for his kids, and then he started hitting, and so he decided he was going to keep it. Rivion Brooks gets a couple. They'll mark him down at the 47, gain of 3. He's trying to put on the brakes, and his feet got a little bit loose.
Yeah, Williams along with an assist as well, Jack Kirkham. Able to pull him down.
Trying to stop Bryant there. Austin Reardon in on the tackle as well. 2nd and 7 for the Lions. Brooks in behind Driver in the backfield in that pistol formation. Turns, hands the football off. Don't be actually going to keep it. He's going to throw it. He's got a receiver wide open at the 26. Down the sideline and tackled out of bounds. It's Brody Davis.
Outstanding play call. Just a lot of air under that ball as he threw it down and actually had to wait for that ball to come down. It seemed like Davis just waiting and waiting, and finally it dropped and off he goes down the sideline.
So Brody Davis for 46 yards all the way down to the 8. And that's where Kennewick will have it 1st and 10. But yeah, he had to wait forever for that ball.
Yeah, Brody Burrill had to chase him down the sideline with that air underneath it. It gave him time to catch up to him.
1st and goal inside the 10 now for the Kennewick Lions. Driver in the backfield. Brooks turns, hands the football off to Rivion. Left side, gets through a hole inside the 5. He'll be down to the 4-yard line. Gain of 4.
Just follow the blockers out that left side. Good looking run and able to follow the leader. Stiver at 5'9", 155. Low gravity. Low to center. Going to work underneath the people grabbing at him.
So 2nd and goal from the 4. Driver now with Jacob Gay in the backfield. Driver going to keep it himself. Looking for his 2nd touchdown of the day. Left side gets stood up at about the 1-yard line, and that's where he'll get dropped. Gain of 3.
Good job by Richland right there on the line to stack it up, and that's as far as you get. And mark it right at the 1-yard line, far hash mark.
Kevin Kelly will rotate into the lineup for Kennewick. So now this is how strong can you be? Pistol look with Jacob Gay in behind Dom Driver. Driver going to fake the handoff. Then he's going to try to follow Gay up the middle. And a touchdown, Kennewick Lions. Dominic Driver, his 2nd of the game.
Yeah, again, he just followed the leader and went straight in. Just to the right of the center and able to break the plane of the end zone and He's got 2 TDs with a 1-yard run right there.
So that'll make it 13-0, barring pending the extra point. So Dom Driver. So by my count, you've got essentially 5 backs in the backfield for the Kennewick Lions. 4 of them have gotten carries today between Brooks, Bendewald, Gay, and Driver. The extra point will be up. And it is good. So 14-0 now the Kennewick Lions lead. And Richland's been in this position at this exact stadium just 2 weeks ago. So they were trailing Southridge at one point, 19-0.
Yeah, great distribution of the football. Affolter doing a great job, of course, as we know he's one of the premier coaches in the state.
Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah, one of the premier coaches perhaps in all of high school football, if not the West Coast, of everybody in the country.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Hapo Community Credit Union, proudly supporting the youth in our community.
Yeah, it's nice when you can distribute the ball and get a lot of touches. It gets everybody involved, and it saves wear and tear.
Yeah,
means a lot.
No one's exhausted. They get to play defense.
Well, it's a long season. A lot of things can happen. Your idea is to play into December. You want to keep playing.
Hayden Galloway and Brody Bosick back for the Bombers. Kicking the football for Kennewick will be Anthony Mariano. The iconic Richland Bomber helmet with the R and the bomb cloud. And the Lions with their K. Two of the best programs you're going to find in this particular area. Success, success, success. Mariano gets the whistle from the referee. He'll boot this one. Popped up and short at the 29-yard line, left side. Battling his way up to about the 40 is Austin Reardon. So nice little 10, 11-yard return and great field position again for the Bombers. And they've got to get their offense going right now. Not easy against this Kennewick D.
Another tackle for Brody Burrell.
So 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Bombers. They'll have 2 receivers wide right, single receiver out wide left. And Finn Bunnage in the backfield behind Jackson Woodard. He's going to roll to his right. Throws. There's a completion. Finds Kyan Williams. That'll be a gain of 6 on the play.
Williams on the reception of the Woodward pass. Matson on the defense.
Yeah, on the tackle it was Brady Matson. Chased him out of bounds. Gain of 6.
So I'll bring up 2nd and 4 from their own 46-yard line. Woodard going to turn, hand the football off to Bunnage. He's trying to spin out of a tackle, gets a couple. Not a whole lot there, but he does get them within just a couple yards of a first down, so it'll be 3rd and 2.
Spun around by Brody Davis. Going to greet him at the line.
So 3rd and 2. The Bombers are going to have a one receiver out wide right, 2 receivers out wide left. Hand off to Bunnage. Up the middle, past the first down marker, out to the 48 for a gain of 4. That'll be a first down for the Bombers.
I know we're early in the game, but this is a very big drive for Richland. Unable really to get anything going, to keep it going, get past that 50-yard line, get into Kennewick territory. This is progress right now, and need to keep something going to try and get back into this game down by 14.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line of the Lions. The Bombers. Hand off Bunnage. Bouncing out left side. He's going to get hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage for nothing.
Yeah, boy, did he ever get dropped. Huge hit there.
And on the tackle there, 33, Cooper Larson.
Also in on it was Hunter Brower.
Bombers. Larson with the stop.
So 2nd and 10 now for Richland.
It'll be a 2nd down and 10 for the Bombers.
Trying to get this offense some rhythm to this game. Woodard steps back, has a blitz coming off the outside, finds or tries to find Bosick in the middle. The ball goes over his head and incomplete.
Jacob Ball, great coverage right there with him, gave him no space whatsoever. 3rd and 10.
So 3rd and 10 now. Woodard guns it. And Bosick was going up, but also when he realized he wasn't going to catch it and caught the out of his corner of his eye, I'm sure.
That had some steam on it right there.
Oh, yeah.
That was an Elway kind of pass. It's a seed.
So 3rd and 10 now for the Bombers. Woodard has a blitz. Going to pass to his left. Kyan Williams in and out of his hands, incomplete. Would have been short of the marker by a yard, but just incomplete.
And kind of a knuckleball coming to him there, and it came up short, and not a lot at all that Williams was going to do about it. As we get another look, wounded duck coming to him, and couldn't hang on to it, and really not much he could do. He get a hand on it, he couldn't get two.
Here's Coach Josh Delenik in his 2nd season with the Richland Bombers, taking over for the great Mike Neidhold. 2 years ago, this team went to an absolute just thriller of a finish in which Richland scored a touchdown, and they had to decide whether to tie it with the extra point or go for 2. I was talking with Coach Jelinek about that today. He said, oh, we were always going for 2. I told that to Knight. We were going for 2. Punt bounces. It'll roll inside the 10 down to about the 9-yard line. That's where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Kennewick Lions. Take a time out. When we come back, it's Kennewick football. They lead 14-0. You're watching high school football on SWX. This SWX broadcast brought to you by West Coast Screen Printing and Embroidery. Bring your company brand to the next level with t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, signs, banners, and more. That's West Coast Screen Printing and Embroidery, specializing in seasonal team apparel.
By the way, the Yankees have advanced 4-0 win. Yep.
So I believe, what did I have that with? We'll now know the Mariners when they play. I think they're playing the 1:30 game then. Is it the 5? Jeff will fix it up and correct me and get me straightened out here.
Niners and Rams are 20-20.
1st and 10 from inside the 10. Driver turns, throws, and incomplete. Intended for Brady Matson. Tackled by Gavin Green, or by Hayden Galloway.
Yeah, tough one there for Matson. There was a quick bullet thrown to him. Couldn't hang on to it.
Bomber student section letting him know about it. So 2nd down and a 10 now for the Lions. Kennewick can get a quick stop here. They should get good field position. Or if Richland can get a good stop here, they should get good field position to try to score before half. Handoff, Brooks, left side. Doesn't see any space over there. Instead, will go down for a loss of 2.
Yeah, not going anywhere right there. And really the first to lay some hands on, Gavin Green in there quickly.
And you talked about it being a big offensive possession for Richland. This feels like a pretty big defensive possession. If Kennewick can take it down, score, and really give Richland no time to try to respond. It's 21-0 at half all of a sudden. But Bombers with the big opportunity here. 3rd and just under 12 to go. Driver turns, fakes a handoff. He's going to throw one deep. He's got Cooper Neer out there, and he can't get to it. And 2 receivers in that same area, Cooper Neer and Brody Burrell.
Yeah, he had Austin Reardon beaten too. Right at about the 47-yard line, but couldn't come up with it.
So that'll bring up 4th down. 3 and out for the Richland Bomber defense. That's huge as they blitzed off the outside and gave Donald Driver no time. So Galloway back to return for the Bombers, standing at the Kennewick 40-yard line. Cooper Neer back to kick for the Lions. The boot is up. It's going to go and bounce at the 37-yard line. Take a Richland hop. Be down right there at 37.
Smartly down by Alexander Persley as that thing was taking a left turn.
That's given him a bad time before the game because everybody, like 80 to 90% of this team is wearing just all black shoes or some version of a black shoe. Alex wearing a white shoe and a black shoe. I go, hey, did you lose your shoe? One of your shoes before the game? He goes, yeah, I know. And one of my gloves because he's got a black and white glove. We had a good time.
Walked down to the sideline as I did. I grabbed a hold of Lenny Ayers and I said to him, I said, do you ever go home? You're always at a game. He said, isn't it great to never grow up?
Pass out to the left-hand side, complete out there to Pearson Bryant. Just 2 on the play, though.
I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's basketball, football. He's at everything.
He is.
Baseball.
Well, of course, such a great baseball coach.
Always a smile. And the guys that play against him like him as much as the guys that play for him. Has a lot of respect.
One of the great guys in the MCC for a whole bunch of different reasons. Handoff up the middle. There's some space right there inside the 25. Battling his way to the 20-yard line is Tucker Watkins. They'll mark him down at the 19.
How about that? Took 5 to bring him down.
Gain of 16 on the play. That's the biggest run of the afternoon for the Richland Bombers. Just a lot of it toughness out of Tucker Watkins. Great job by the line. And there you can see the host, the pack, the den of Lions.
And I think Campbell's Little finally able to bowl him over. But it was like number 5 that came in there flying in. Couldn't get him down.
2 receivers on either side for the Bombers. Woodard turns, hands the football off to Finn Bunich, right side. Hit and dropped after about a yard. Cooper Neer in on the tackle.
And Neer rude greeting there as he just took and slings him right down to the turf. Grabbed him high, threw him down.
So 2nd and 10 for the Bombers.
Safe to say best drive of the game so far for Richland.
It's really the furthest down the field they've gone. So 3 receivers out to the left-hand side. In fact, Brody Bosick, I think the single receiver out wide right. Handoff, this time inside the 15. This is a new name, Matthew Stanfield.
Brought down by Jacob Gay, 5'11", 205.
Gets 6 on the play for Stanfield. They'll bring up 3rd down and 4. 2 down territory here. Or 4 down territory. 2 plays to make 4 yards. For the Richland Bombers. Woodard was looking to his left to hand off to Stanfield, or at least fake the handoff, and Stanfield went to the right. And then just gets swarmed under in the backfield. Brody Davis, Brody Burrell, most others.
Safe to say somebody missed something on that. And Stanfield, you see, cuts to his right. He's looking left. Uh-oh.
You hear the narrator's voice from Arrested Development. It was then that he realized he messed up.
Yeah, that's that parent thing when you hear that uh-oh, and you know the kids dropped something on the floor. That's kind of what happened there.
4th and 10 for the Bombers. Woodard steps back looking. Got time. Now he's running out of time. He's going to throw to his right into double coverage, and it's going to be incomplete, I believe, and out of bounds. Whistles blow. I see a flag on the play. But the officials are getting together, and there's some bright spots in the middle where
Before the pass, holding, defense. 10-yard penalty. The yardage is a first down.
First really big break of the game. Not had many penalties in this game, but a really big break right now.
That's a huge,
for Richland.
Yeah, huge break for the Bombers.
Well, we talked about it before the game, before we did our pregame on the air, and Southridge comes to mind, where they were up 19-0 against Richland, and Richland can start slow. And right now, really with an opportunity with just over 2:20 to go,
well,
really to strike here.
Okay, so they did correct it that it's half the distance to the goal, so that yardage will not make it a first down. So that changes everything for Josh Jelinek. So instead of 1st and goal from inside the 10, he's got 4th and 1 from the 10.
In other words, they're a fry short of a Happy Meal right there. They're just that much close.
So 4th and 1, and Richland going to have 3 in the backfield with Woodard. He's going to turn, hand the football off. Stanfield right side, gets a first down, gain of 2, maybe 3. Give him 2 on that one.
Yeah, and again, getting in there, Cooper near one more time, able to bring him down, but that drive continues, and Richland trying to find a way in before the half.
I guess the nice thing is with that 4th down, you got essentially to knock another 30 seconds or so off the clock as we wind down to the 2-minute point of the first half. Woodard going to roll to his left, looking, trying to find anybody. He's going to toss it down to Stanfield. It's hit, dropped at the 2. Nice job by
Near again brings him down.
Jackson Woodard running to his left, looking for the end zone, realizing that there wasn't much there, but his running back was wide open at the 10.
Yeah, Woodard not one really to do a lot running. And on that one, just a sprint, looking and patiently. He's content to stay in the pocket. He'll take a licking to get the job done.
Handoff, Stanfield left side, gets to the line. Touchdown, Richland Bombers. Maybe the indication is touchdown for the Richland Bombers as Matthew Stanfield goes in from 2 out. And it is. So the Bombers, nice opportunity, good field position to start this one, and then the handoff to Matthew Stanfield.
And line judge on the near side had the hands up first, saw the break of the play into the end zone. That's that. And a job well done.
The extra point is up, and it is good. So 14-7 now. And the Bombers desperately needing a score before the half. Get one. And they put Kennewick in a position with only 78 seconds remaining in that first half to see if they're going to have to try to do something that they're not as comfortable doing, which is slinging the football around.
Yeah, they did a lot of different things too on that drive, Kevin. Best drive of the game, safe to say, coming up with points, but utilizing and mixing very well the passing game and the running game, and eventually it's the ground that gets him in the end zone and makes it a gain.
Luke's Carpet and Design Center is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. With warehouse pricing and experienced designers, brand name flooring including laminates, luxury vinyls, quartz, granites, tile, and hardwoods all in stock. Find Luke's Carpet and Design Center off Gage Boulevard across from Costco. So for the Bombers, it'll be James Green out to kick the football away. First opportunity to return for the Kennewick Lions. I see Cooper Neer, I see Rivion Brooks, and I see Jacob Gay all back to return. You don't often see 3 returning options for a team. A low bouncing kick picked up by Parker. Trying to find some space, gets out to about the 32-yard line where he's met and drops a whole lot of green and gold on the Richland Bombers.
Well, the forward progress probably about 6 yards
Yeah.
ahead of where the tackle ended up.
Marking it 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Minute 11 remaining in the first half of this one.
Now the Rams and Niners still knotted at 20 with 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Game in Inglewood.
4 receivers for Driver. They do have, I believe, all 3 of their timeouts left. Hands off Brooks, up the middle, finds some space, out past the 40 to the 45. Marked down at the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 14.
Absolutely fabulous run right there, and eventually able to fling him down was Bradley Parker.
That's Kevin Walter. Now Driver, he's in a whole host of trouble. And he'll go down for a sack and a timeout called by Coach Randy Affolter. Gavin Green in on that. The blitz comes and just a whole bunch of trouble there for Dom Driver. As Green gets the sack, huge benefit there. He gets a huge benefit from Silent Kiesel Kahani, who was blitzing off of his linebacker position.
Timeout, Kennewick, their first charge timeout.
Yeah, Matson was in there as well, and not a lot of time. And utilizing the timeout, use it or lose it. So each team with 2 remaining, if they so desire to use it.
Jeff, do you remember off the top of your head if Size going someplace? I feel like he's committed. He's getting off this. He's another one that's going to be able to play at the next level. A linebacker at that job. Maybe edge rusher.
Having Morrow in here is kind of like cheating on your test, isn't it?
It is, and I am
It's okay.
thankful for it. Here's the best part.
We're not getting graded, right?
You're not, well, I'm always getting graded. No, you just get a lot of people that are here to help you out. It's the way the adult world works.
Yeah, I don't have to lean over and read his test. Was that an X there? Yeah.
I couldn't probably read his handwriting anyways, and he couldn't read mine. Fake handoff to Brooks. Toss out wide up to about the 46-yard line. That's Jacob Ball.
Hayden Galloway able to pull him down. Good quick slant.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
And certainly Mr. Momentum is well behind the Richland Bombers right now as Kennewick really struggling. Now they've got to drop back another 10. So instead of getting a 3rd and short, they now face it if it's not going to mark it back. So that'll be 2nd and
a lot.
And the city of Kennewick. It's back at the 29. They have to get to the 44. 21, 27. 2nd and 27.
There's been countries recently tariffed less than this.
40 seconds remaining. We'll see how aggressive Coach Randy Affolter wants to be given this scenario. As Driver looks, he's going to throw one deep, wide open, and just over the intended receiver, Alexander Pursley. Driver, though, hit in the backfield as he threw. That'll bring him 3rd down.
Yeah, he was able to dance away from two. Got away from Walther and Galloway.
Yeah, he was open in behind the defenders.
Yeah, he's gone. He catches that ball. We'll wave goodbye and speak nicely as I go.
Personally, just 5'8", though. If he was 5'10", 5'11", then maybe he is a catch. Or maybe if he'd worn the same colored shoes and used the same colored. Another timeout for Coach Randy Affolter and the Kennewick Lions.
Timeout. Kennewick. Their second charge. Timeout.
So down to 1 remaining with 32 seconds remaining. I don't know, Craig, third and a little more than a quarter of the field, and you got the lead. 32 seconds.
Well,
you might just want to hand this one off, right?
All I think back is the final minute 2 years ago.
Where Richland scores, gets the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
And then the old hook and ladder. Old hook and ladder for the Kennewick Lions, and they win that game.
And we're looking at each other like, well, what just happened here?
And the funny thing is that there was still probably 8 seconds left on the clock at that point. Josh Woodard trying to do something, just trying to get anything going, just couldn't get it.
And you almost wondered if there was another one going to come back the other way when you kicked off. You know, we'd seen 2 different endings in the final minute. Where you figure, okay, it's in the hip pocket now. Wait a minute. The script writer had a different plan.
Richland has lost 6 in a row to the Kennewick Lions. They haven't won since 2018. Pistol look with Driver in the shotgun, Gay behind him. They are going to throw it. And they put her right off the right edge. Matthew Stanfield has had about 4 or 5 outstanding plays in the last 6 minutes. As Coach Josh Jelinek is going to call a timeout. Watch this blitz and rush off that right side of the defensive line.
Timeout. Richland. Their first charge. Timeout.
5th sack of the season. Thank you, Jeff, for Matthew Stanfield. Richland calls the timeout. So
absolutely came in from the blind side. No idea that was coming. Driver, enough a hit where you probably hear a couple of bells going off. You go answer the cell phone.
The good news, I guess, if you're Dom Driver, you've got the halftime now to recover. And yeah, he didn't see him at all. That's, I think, when you're the offensive lineman in that situation, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and watch them go by.
Niners have kicked a field goal. They're up by 3, but the Rams have the ball with just under 2 minutes to go. See, we can keep track of all this stuff.
Yeah, we
got a handle on all of it.
The amazing parts of technology.
And we're hoping for a Ram comeback, because the last thing you want is Tony Ott happy at work tomorrow.
I've got a few 49er fans there, a few Ram fans there, including our own Evan Davis.
Well, I'm with Evan. We see the world a lot the same. We like the same teams.
Yeah. Fair catch being called for by Galloway. We collected at the 46-yard line. That is where Richland will start with the football. Not a ton of time, just 12 seconds remaining. With this quick strike offense, hoping to find something to maybe tie this game before half.
Yeah, I got a chance to watch Evan play. Not a bad hockey player. Hadn't played since March. Got pretty good legs. Moves the puck around. D-men, right point. Left-handed shot. Gets shots through. There's hope. You got a big helper there.
Yeah.
He's an athlete.
And great on the mic as well, which is always nice.
And he's nice.
And one of the nicest guys that you'll meet. Woodard going to throw one. Finds Brody Bosick. Trying to break tackles. Does. And he'll step out of bounds with 5 seconds remaining. Gain of 12 to Brody Bosick. That's his first catch of the game.
Yeah, do a little hook there and head straight to the sideline. One last play remaining here with 4 seconds.
Yeah, 42 yards from pay dirt. You got the 3 receivers on the left-hand side. I'd imagine that's where your Hail Mary is going, but you can try to go Brody Bosick 1-on-2. Woodard going to step up, going to throw it over the middle, intercepted right as the whistle blows and the buzzer sounds.
It was intended for Pearson Bryant. Instead, Bryant ended up being the tackler. And that's how we end the first half.
At the end of 2, it's Kennewick 14, Richland 7. We'll be back with halftime highlights and more. You're watching high school football on SWX. Another close one between Richland and Kennewick at Lamson Stadium as the Bombers trail 14-7. Lions at home with the 1 touchdown advantage. Beautiful night there on the Cable Bridge. As you can see, the Kennewick marching band lining up.
That is a work of art.
It really is. It is a great shot by the camera crew there, and a beautiful night, as it often is in the Tri-Cities. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that first half. Richland Bombers and the Kennewick Lions. And there you can see the very first play from scrimmage is Rivion Brooks. He goes 41 yards. It would eventually lead to this touchdown run by Dominic Driver. His first of 2 on the night. And one of several different Lions running the football. Josh Woodard gets swarmed under and dropped in the backfield by Peter Smith. And Kennewick now going to try to go on the offensive attack. And they find a wide open Brody Davis. He gets inside the 10. It'll be first and goal, and it sets up a Dominic Driver touchdown for the second time tonight. Richland would eventually get off on the board in the offense. Getting a big run there by Tucker Watkins, setting things up. Just as we were rolling down towards the first half, a blown play resulted in a second quarterback sack. But eventually they were able to hand the football off to Matthew Stanfield. One of several plays he made there right at the end. in the first half, and that's the big one too. Scores a touchdown, then comes in and ends essentially the Kennewick drive. Woodard trying to get something right at the buzzer, intercepted. And that is where we're at. 14-7 our score. The Kennewick Lions with the 1 touchdown lead, as we are going to enjoy the Kennewick Lions marching band here at half. We'll be back with more. You're watching high school football on SWX. Kennewick marching band there, along with the color guard, out on the field performing for us at half. Not sure if I heard the song. I don't remember what they were, but as a former marching bander myself, always a soft spot in my heart for that crew who are at every game, every home game at least. Let's take a look at what's coming up on SWX, a replay of this game, and it looks like it's going to be another classic Richland game. That's coming up Sunday night. That's happening at 9:30. By the way, we are streaming on YouTube right now. You can tell your friends, tell your family, tell anybody you want, because if you're at the game and want to watch it afterwards, you can always just go to our YouTube channel. Just search SWX Local Sports. Tomorrow night, Craig and Jeff Weeks will be climbing the ladder at Clayson Field in West Valley. Or the
Rub it in.
Yeah.
Rub it in. We're on the roof again.
For Sunnyside versus West Valley, that happens at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. A big night matchup there.
And Siggy says the weather's going to be good.
Yeah, it won't be raining. It might be cool. I would have a jacket, but just in case. On Saturday, Portland State visits Eastern Washington. That game kicks off at 4. On Sunday at 1, the Seattle Reign FC takes on the Gotham FC squad on SWX. And then next Friday, it is one of the great battles for Kennewick. Southridge versus Kamayakan. That game will be Friday, October 10th at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow night's game, by the way, also going to be on YouTube if you want to watch Craig and Jeff up at West Valley. Take a time out. When we come back, maybe we can rope in Mr. Morrow to give his thoughts on the first half of this game, or at the very least, we'll get him to hand us pieces of paper and get that information. That's all straight ahead. You're watching high school football on SWX. Are you okay putting him on for this one and on the spare? All right.
Yeah, he stopped drinking about a half hour ago, so we're okay. Right?
45 minutes ago. I was at Sports Page, actually.
Yeah.
My fantasy football meeting is always on Thursday night at 5.
Back here with the Kennewick's marching band still performing at halftime. 14-7, the Lions lead over the Richland Bombers. Welcoming in our sweet mate for the night and long-time Tri-City sports editor, Jeff Morrow. And Jeff, thoughts on the first half of this one?
Well, in a way, I'm not surprised. Richland just has this habit of getting out of the gate slow, and then they make adjustments in the second half. Now, a lot of that tonight is probably what Kennewick's been doing. Randy Affolter wanted to maybe make the box for defense a little light and worry about the passing. Jackson Woodard isn't really running the ball, and the times that the Bombers have run the ball, somebody from the secondary or the linebacking corps seems to make the stop, and it's not a very big game except for the one by number 5. I think he had a 16-yard run. The other thing is I like the way Kennewick finds different guys running the ball with Gay and Rivian Brooks. I mean, Brooks had first play of the game. I think he had a 41-yard run. In fact, I think I gave you the stats over there. He's leading rusher.
Yeah, 6 for 76 by your account.
Yep.
I'll give you your stats. I'll let you take.
Yeah, no. But the Lions are, Dom Driver really hasn't thrown the ball off that much for them. He's 3 for 6 for 49 yards passing, and Brody Davis has gotten 2 of those catches for the 49 yards. And then defensively for them, Cooper Neer, I got him for 5 tackles already with a 1 good coverage assignment. Jackson Woodard is 7 for 13. He's got 1 interception and 72 yards passing. And Pierce Bryant, which is a name you wouldn't expect, with you have Kai Williams and Brody Bosick out there, but he's 3 catches for 48 yards. And Gavin Green, who's number 6, he seems to be all over the place. I got him for 6 tackles, 2 for loss, and a quarterback sack. So, I mean, they're staying in there, and that's what Richland does. So you have to be careful with them in the second half because they seem to make the adjustments they need to. But the problem is Randy Affolter is a Hall of Fame coach for a reason, and he and his staff will make a number of adjustments too.
Last year's game decided by a missed extra point. The year prior to that was the wild hook and ladder game. Looks like we're in for another great finish. Jeff, thanks so much for swinging by. I'm sure you'll hear his voice throughout the rest of the night.
Okay.
I take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the third quarter. You're watching high school football on SWX. Halftime here at the Lamson Stadium, where the Kennewick Lions lead the Richland Bombers 14-7, and the pink out night for the breast cancer awareness night for the Kennewick Lions. We had the dance team out there earlier in the halftime with pink cowboy hats dancing to Shania Twain. Now the cheerleaders are out there. They've got pink accoutrement and bows and all kinds of stuff happening on this Kennewick as Parker Hodge, DJ extraordinaire, playing YWCA or YMCA.
We're just waiting for the Magic win for Morrow. Morrow Magic will be having Sweet Caroline coming up, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. But it does lead us into the second half. Craig, we hear Jeff's thoughts on how things are going. What do you see from either side as they get ready for the third quarter?
Well, I think we started to see there in the final 6 minutes, coming out of a bit of a slumber, the Bombers, and they're due to come out of this slump. They're due to come. Well, here we go.
Yeah, Parker must have heard you.
But anyway, they'd like to come out of that 6-year slump, find a way to break it, and definitely mix the plays, able to get on the scoreboard, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. They certainly have the guns to do it.
Kennewick Lions looking to try to reestablish that run game. Outside of that 41-yard run by Rivion Brooks, they haven't had as effective a rushing night as I'm sure they would prefer. We'll see what they can do. Dom Driver, though, in the limited time he's been needed, outside of the one big pass to Brody Davis, he's got three completions for 50 yards.
No touchdowns in the air in this game. Everything's been on the ground, all three. Not that that's a big shock.
A little bit later on in the month, we're going to have Kennewick and Kennewick volleyball. Kennewick Lions have had an impressive season. Kennewick, though, is Kennewick. They've got 3 or 4 time defending MCC champ. So they obviously it'll be a tough intra-city rivalry. We'll also have Chiawana and Richland soccer. That game, first game for them at Bomber Field, went into overtime. Scoring off a set play, Richland maintained. At least they got the first strike. It was a game that does not officially count in the league standings. as soccer is shifting into this new scheduling format. Bombers will have the football to start the second half. Hayden Galloway, Brody Bosick. Out to return. And Daniel Negrete Torres kicked the football away for the Kennewick Lions. The all-black Kennewick with the orange letters and numbers. And the orange K for EKU. The boot will go up. Be a relatively short one, picked up by Bosick around the 23-yard line. Trying to break out of a tackle at the 30 and gets spun forward to the 32-yard line where it's be first and 10 for the Richland Bombers. I'd imagine, Craig, you got to have a lot of momentum if you're Richland. You scored right before half. You made a couple of defensive stops. You got to feel like things are going your way right now.
Well, you'd have to think so, and see how it plays into the second half. Tell you what, it's sure different looking up at that scoreboard, and what a great job they've done here at Lamson. With some of the renovations, really adds to the ambiance of the stadium.
Woodard steps up, now looking, going to throw one deep, trying to find Brody Bosick, who's going to have to tightrope the sideline, and he can't. That'll be incomplete.
About 5 yards out of bounds when he made the catch. 2 in the coverage. Matson along with Parker, who have been his shadow tonight.
There have been a lot of double teams. Last year, the wide receiver room for the Richland Bombers was so deep you couldn't focus on one guy. Right now, it sure seems like Kennewick is determined to take Brody Bosick out of the equation, make the other guys try to beat him. Pearson Bryant has been part of that. Woodard throws to Bryant and goes in and out of his hands, incomplete. That'll bring him third down.
They had that ball get popped just as soon as he had the ball hit his hands. Unable to hold on to it. I always like to think if a ball can hit you in the hands, you can catch it. But when you get hit that hard, you have a good excuse. They got popped by 2.
Always sees those and had a similarity to, of course, the immaculate reception by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And they had to change the rules after that.
In which it was a reflection.
Yeah, should have been a TD.
Right side, trying to spin and find his way forward is Tucker Watkins.
Isn't it amazing with plays like that, they have to change the rules? They had to do that in 1999 when Buffalo lost the Stanley Cup to Dallas and Hull kicked the puck in, and they had to change the rule.
I always remember the Vinny Testaverde non-touchdown that was scored against the Seattle Seahawks, and actually was the reason I think they missed the playoffs that year, if I remember correctly, and the NFL implemented an instant replay the very next year. As Richland will punt the football away, 4th and 6. We're hoping the Watkins might break one. Got a few. And a flag comes out on the punt. As Galloway boots it up and dropped immediately.
Not going to matter anyway. It's going to be a
Josh Biggs on the
kicking
tackle.
team penalty, I believe. So we just might have to do it again.
See what Randy Affolter decides.
Well, there was no fair catch call, so the hit perfectly legal.
I did not see one. And they are going to have to re-kick as Richland runs back towards the line of scrimmage.
Well, the Rams held the Niners to a field goal, so the Rams are going to get the football. San Francisco in overtime with a 26-23 lead. That's what I like about that.
Illegal formation on the kicking team. The 5-yard penalty will be tacked on to the end of the kick. First down, Kennewick.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that where you don't.
Yeah, don't need to re-kick it.
Yeah.
Though Richland's got a few folks that got to go 40 yards from one side of the field to the other. But 1st and 10 now for Kennewick. They were able to hold the Richland Bombers to a 3 and out. They'll have the ball 1st and 10, good field position at the 37-yard line. So we're going to get that Richland kicking ball off the field. Once that's all sorted out, we got Rivion Brooks to the left of Dom Driver in the backfield. 3 receivers out wide right. Single receiver out wide left for the Lions. Driver turns, keeps it himself. Going to go up the middle, find some space. 50, 45. Dom Driver, one man to beat. He's dropped from behind by Kyan Williams. A flag comes in near the back where the line of scrimmage is, just a couple yards back of the line of scrimmage. So that, we'll see what the flag is. It's at the 35-yard line, and everybody walking back. That'll go against Kennewick.
Richland's happy with that. Great run by Driver.
Yeah, 37, 38-yard run for Dom Driver.
Williams had to really turn the burners on to
Legal
catch up.
formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
1 on each side, consecutive plays. So they'll bring up 1st and 15 instead of the fantastic run by Dom Driver. Now they'll get to that pistol look. That pistol look where Dom Driver is 3 yards back. Behind him immediately, Brooks. 4 receivers, 3 to the right. Driver turns, hands the ball off to Brooks. Trying to start right and then bouncing back towards the middle. Gets him to about the 36-yard line, gain of 4 on the play.
Talking about replays and things that have changed sports. I think there was one in Vegas, but the Golden Knights lost a series to the Sharks where a penalty was called a 5-minute major for a cut, and the Sharks ended up winning the series, and they should have been a double minor, and instead they scored 3 goals on the power play because it was a 5, and all the referees never worked another game, and it cost probably Vegas $15 million in home games.
Pass, right side, complete, 40-45, near the first down. He's going to battle his way forward. I lost who it was in the swath of black. It's Brody Davis.
Yeah, that ball was tipped too at the line of scrimmage. Somebody got a hand on it. Let's take a look at it. And it got tipped on that rush.
Brody Davis that's all Brody Davis going against essentially 1 on 5. Not necessarily always the case when you see those pushes, but that was Brody Davis' strength right there.
Yeah, and if it wasn't touched, it definitely wobbled quite a bit. Not one of the crisper passes that Woodard has thrown tonight.
Driver in the shotgun look. To his right, Jacob Gay going to keep it himself right up the middle. Gets the gain of about 4. Crosses into Richland's side of the field. Bring up 2nd down.
He just followed off that right side, followed the tacklers. Good little pickup. But I like what Kennewick has done, how they've been able to have elongated drives, keep that ball on the ground, really keep the game simple.
Coach Randy Affolter always wants to establish an effective run game. Loves his offensive line. And he's had some good ones come through here. Handoff. Gate bounces to the right side. It gets hit and dropped after his own gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
Another thing is the depth, and we talked about that in the first half. How they're able to utilize a lot of people, keep everybody just very fresh in the game. You're not overusing anybody, and you're not seeing somebody getting 30 carries in the game.
And that may not show up in the 1st or 2nd quarter. It starts to show up a little bit in the 3rd and then the 4th quarter.
Now you kind of shorten up a little bit and you change what you do. That's natural, and you do that with players as well.
3rd and 2. Ball at the Richland 43-yard line. Driver going to keep it himself. Left side. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. He leans forward. It's going to be dependent on the mark.
Yeah, it's real close.
And it looks like for the near side official, he's going to be a yard short. See Silent Kiesel Kahane in on that tackle amongst a whole host of the Richland Bombers.
Missed him by that much. So he's maybe, what do you say, about 2 feet?
Yeah, half a yard at most. They're going to mark it. He's got to get to the 41.
About like Morrow and I standing next to each other. We used to be good.
Driver going to run a quarterback sneak up the middle, and that should be enough. They're actually going to move the pile all the way into the 39-yard line for a gain of 2.
That was everybody pushing forward.
Dom Driver, by my count, has the most carries in this game, or most rush attempts, with 9.
And he's got the most touchdowns in the game, too, with 2.
With 2. So first and 10 now from the Richland 39-yard line. 6.5 remaining here in the third. 3 receivers to the left for Driver. Rivion Brooks in behind him. He's going to hand it off. Brooks skips past 1 defender and gets about 3. So bring up 2nd and 7 for the Lions. No real hurry for this Kennewick team. They want to dominate time of possession, dominate the line of scrimmage. And after forcing a Richland 3 and out, they've had the ball now for plenty of time.
They're just keeping the ball on the ground. Not trying to do anything dangerous.
Brooks again in behind Driver in the backfield. Gets the handoff, starts to the right, cuts up the middle, finds a little bit of his space. Down to the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 5. So that'll bring up 3rd and 2 again.
Matthew Stanfield, credited with the tackle.
Jacob Ball and Brady Madsen will come out to the huddle. As Alexander Persley, Brody Davis will step off. Again, that rotation at just about every position, it seems like so far. Handoff. Carter Bendewald. Looks like he has enough. A flag comes down. There might have been an illegal formation because they were trying to get one of the 3 receivers on the left-hand side to get up to the line of scrimmage. You cannot leave the left tackle uncovered in that scenario. And that might be the call here. Legal shift. All side to that situation, I believe.
Illegal shift on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
Yeah, they were trying to get one of the receivers moved into the correct position. So instead of a 1st down, it's now 3rd and 7. 4:45 to go here in the third. See what
Been about a 6-minute drive.
Kennewick offense is dialed up here. Driver in the backfield. More traditional shotgun look for him. Turns, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Up the middle. And he will get a 1st down. John Driver down to the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 10 and enough for a 1st.
Yeah, just tremendous clock management by the Lions. Just a tremendous drive.
Watch this burst of speed from Driver. As soon as he saw the hole open up, the Jets came out. Dom, a great 3rd baseman for the Kennewick Line baseball team. Could be one of their big pieces as they try to make a little magic again in 2026. But for now, he's going to be doing the job as the Kennewick Line quarterback. Driver turns, fakes the handoff, going to throw deep and incomplete. Intended out there for Brady Madsen. Kyle Williams on the coverage.
Yeah, Williams kind of taking the attention away, going up the ladder, but the ball kind of a one-on-one 50-50 ball that couldn't come up with it.
Williams had the inside and just, I think, jumped 1 step too early.
A lot of loft on it.
Kyle Williams has been the offensive beneficiary of much of the attention that Brody Bosick is getting paid. That time he was showing some defensive skills, step for step with Brady Manson.
Well, the 49ers with a 4th down stop. They secure a 26-23 overtime win in Inglewood over the Rams.
And Coach Randy Affolter going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Kennewick, their first charge timeout.
With 3:48 to go in the third. Yep, we'll take our own timeout. Kennewick leads this one 14-7. You're watching high school football on SWX. Krigler Insurance Agency, proud to be a part of high school football this year on SWX. Decades of experience, personalized service located in the Uptown Shopping Center in Richland for home, auto, RVs, boats, and ATVs. Isn't it time you were with CIA? Krigler Insurance Agency, 509-946-4620.
Become a member of the CIA.
Yeah. 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Rivion Brooks in the backfield, in behind Dom Driver, who's got 4 receivers, 3 to the left. Driver, turn. He looks to hand off to Brooks, and it is to hand off to Brooks. A read option. The loss of a yard. That'll bring him 3rd down.
And into Matthew Stanfield once again. 6'2", 200-pound senior.
Matthew Stanfield making his presence felt offensively and defensively so far tonight. Coming off that right edge of the defensive line. And they're going to run 2 receivers on either side for Dom Driver on this 3rd and 11. And watch out for his feet in addition to his arm. Throws into the middle of the field, knocked away. And what a great job there. Great job by Hayden Galloway to step in front, knock the ball away.
Yeah, really good read by Galloway as he just got that left hand on the football, waited, stepped in front. Perfect timing. Right play, right time.
Watch the driver throw, and then Galloway just steps right there, the intended receiver, Brody Davis.
Yeah,
So
Davis I think he thought he was gone. Had him beat. But a good plan by Galloway. Took the chance.
So 4th and 11. Carter Bendewald in the backfield now with Driver, who has 3 receivers to his left. A single receiver out wide right. 4th and 11. Driver steps, looks, going to swing out wide right to Bendewald. No one's out there, and that's going to be a 1st down for Kennewick.
Absolutely great call.
Richland defense just lost Carter Bendewald.
Well, when you think you might look over the middle, we get a pass into the flat on the right side. And Driver, perfect setup down the sideline, 1st down and more. Picks up about 14 on the play.
I think that might be Driver's first complete pass since the 1st quarter. And he has not. They haven't run they've been predominantly a run team, so he hasn't thrown a lot. I think that might be his first completion since the 1st quarter. So 1st and 10 now inside the red zone at the 15-yard line. Driver going to keep it himself. Stanfield trying to take him down from behind, but Driver will work his way up to about the 10-yard line for a gain of 5.
Well, just to give you an idea, we were at halftime Friday, and right now we're at 11 minutes to 9 o'clock, and we've got 2:37 left in the third. That's how quick this game is with the offense, and well controlled by Kennewick, keeping that ball on the ground, and that clock just keeps rolling. Really a great game.
Executed very well on that 4th down. Now face 2nd and 5 from the 10. Driver out of the shotgun, gonna keep it himself, go up the middle. That time a little more tougher sledding. He gets maybe a yard, maybe half a yard. So now bringing up 3rd down.
They're going to meet him, Finn Bunnage. As he makes the tackle.
So that'll bring up 3rd down for Kennewick.
Now Richland defense has been out there a long time. Was it about a 9-minute drive?
And it's been going for most of this 3rd quarter. Richland went 3 and out, so they were not, and they threw it 3 times. Handoff, Jacob Gay over the right-hand side. He's going to be right there close to the mark. Looks like he's about a yard short. So that'll bring up 4th down.
If Richland can hold here, it certainly would give them a big lift. At the same time, if they want to go for 3, they have a kicker that can certainly put 3 up on the board.
Field goal makes it a 2-possession game, but it looks like Kennewick wants to go for 2-touchdown lead. So big opportunity for both squads here. It will be Dom Driver out of that pistol look. He's going to go under center now. Going to try to keep it himself. Well, he gets loaded up, and then he'll be down at the 4-yard line. That should be enough for a 1st down. Needs 1, gets 2.
That's where you know your players and you trust them, and no question, Driver very well trusted by Affolter and says, "You're my man."
So now 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. The clock continues to roll. 1 more play before the end of the 3rd. Ten-minute drive?
Yeah, 10 plus.
Wow. Driver steps back, hands it off, left side, Jacob Gay into the end zone. Touchdown, Kennewick Lions. From 4 yards out, Jacob Gay to the house. Nice lead blocking there by Cooper Neer. Jacob Gay for 6. So make it 20-7 now. Just 23 seconds remaining here in the 3rd. Mariano out to kick the extra point. It is good. 21-7 our score. Kennewick a 2-touchdown lead and the waning moments of this 3rd quarter.
Well, how do you wear teams down? Keep their defense on the field.
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing Ironman football and guys going 2 ways. And it will just wear you out. And that was a classic drive of close to 11 minutes.
Wow. Calling all fall fanatics, the new DQ Fall Treat menu is here. Enjoy the new Caramel Toffee Cookie Blizzard Treat, Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat, or the new Maple Cookie Shake. You can also get them delivered in the DQ app, where happy tastes good.
You're telling me we could order a couple of them and have them sent up here to us?
I don't know. I mean, we could test that theory. Just go down the DQ off of $3.95 and see what they got.
They can deliver them.
Yeah, they wouldn't be that far. Just right down the road. And you see the Richland student section in there, red, white, and blue. Someone with the Patriots jersey of a player whom I shall not name. So with 23 seconds remaining here in the 3rd, Kennewick, the 2-touchdown lead, and the Bombers defense just was out there for a whole lot of football. Anthony Mariano will kick the football away for the Lions. Bosick and Galloway back to return. Kennewick hasn't really wanted them to do too much with the football. Instead, it'll be collected at the 25-yard line to the 35-37-yard line. On the return, Justin Vollmer. So that's where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bombers.
Not taking any chances there. A bit of a pooch. And return of about 12 in all. We're going to take any chance for a long run back.
But you would have thought Richland had the momentum going into halftime, and then they went 3 and out, and Kennewick just sucked the air out of the ball, and they're able to make a 10-plus minute drive that results in a touchdown and a 2-score lead.
Now you just wipe hope off the table.
Handoff up the middle. Bunnage gets up to the 42, gain of 5.
That'll be our final play of the third quarter.
At the end of 3, it is Kennewick 21, the Bombers 7. You're watching high school football on SWX. Yep. I don't know what it is, but there are kids who think it's hysterical to have Aaron Hernandez jerseys or make any reference to Aaron Hernandez. I don't understand it, but yeah, that tracks. Charlie Mason. We bring you this SWX broadcast thanks to Gutter Girl for unparalleled water management solutions from gutter installations, repairs and cleaning to free inspections and fascia replacement. Call Gutter Girl today. To get things going here in the fourth quarter, Richland Bombers facing 2nd and 5 from their own 42-yard line. Just a single receiver on either side for the Bombers. Jackson Woodard turns, hands the football off. Bunnage lowers the shoulder, gets out past the 45 to the 46, a gain of 4.
Bunnage just had a decent night here tonight, but they're going to need a big strike here, not using a lot of time. So here we are in the final quarter and just looking how that last drive was.
If Kennewick's going on 10 minutes drive.
Kennewick could get one more drive like that to just run the game out.
3rd and a yard, handoff up the middle. Bunnage gets met at the line of scrimmage, spins and battles his way for a gain of 2 and a first down. Bunnage has the, I'm putting him in the wrong, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting him in the wrong thing here. Bunnage, by my count, has 19 yards rushing.
Bunnage, true power runner. And just a sophomore. 6'2", 215. Strong lower body.
Woodard rolling to his left. He's going to throw one deep, trying to find Hayden Galloway. Well defended there and incomplete.
Yeah, that was a fair play on both. With the coverage, just an arm.
Yep, Caden Pratt on coverage. Great job there.
That's something you can get away with, just kind of a forearm on the side. Not messing with the hands. See if we can get a look at it.
Yeah, it wasn't pushing, just sort of placed there. But I mean, Caden Pratt's there, step for step.
Just letting them know you're there.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for Bombers. 2 receivers on either side. Woodard steps, looks, has some time, scrambles to his right, throws, and Kyan Williams, did he make the catch?
Yes, he did.
He does. Kyan Williams right at the first down marker.
How did he do that?
Great footwork there.
Yeah, you only need one. High school and college football, you just need the 1 foot. Great collection and move the chains.
Nice throw and nice catch. Great catch by Kyan Williams. He might have actually gotten a yard further than they marked him, but it's 1st and 10, all the same for the Richland Bombers. And that'll bring up Jackson Woodard. Toss into the middle. In and out of the hands of Brody Bosick and nearly intercepted by Jacob Ball.
Yeah, Bosick went way up the ladder. And Ball right there in the vicinity.
Those two, which were such a potent combination last year, have not found the same page today.
Yeah, Ball, that was his. I think he'd like to have that chance again. Not sure that he will, but his reaction tells you all you needed to know.
2nd and 10. Jackson Woodard steps, looks, has to scramble to his left. He's going to toss one deep. There are a couple of defenders and a couple of receivers there. The ball falls harmlessly to the turf. Kyan Williams, Andre Jackson out there for Richland. 2 Kennewick Lions in coverage.
Came up a little bit short there. Another 3rd and 10 situation.
Well defended again by Caden Pratt.
Well, definitely you can see the respect Richland knowing they need to strike. And after watching that drive, and they're trying to do a quick strike, get 6 here.
Woodard rolls to his left. He's going to have pressure coming. Toss incomplete, intended for Jackson. It goes in and out, maybe knocked away by Caden Pratt.
Now Pratt popped him, and that forced no catch.
And the Richland Bombers and their coaching staff feeling the pressure of that last Kennewick drive. Offense looks like they're going to stay out on the field for this 4th and 10. This might be essentially the game for Richland. If they can't convert this, Kennewick gets the football back and starts to eat more clock.
That's exactly what I was thinking. This is a huge 4th and 10.
Woodard steps, looks, going to swing out wide left to Watkins, and he's been dropped. Cooper near and then joined by several others. A loss of 4 on the play and a turnover on downs.
And Gavin Green nowhere to go, as they were just waiting for that screen pass, and there were 4 black shirts waiting for him. Well read.
Yeah, just trying to run a little screen, and the offensive line not able to get anybody at least distracted enough. Cooper Neer, Peter Smith, Jacob Gay, and Bradley Parker in all that. There's a whole bunch of black and orange.
Well, you look at people that have had big games, and Neer most certainly comes to mind. He has had a huge game, and you've heard his name. You've called it a lot here tonight.
Yeah, defensive stalwart for the Kennewick Lions. Trevion Brooks shifts to the right of Dominic Driver. He's going to run that direction. Following Brooks's blocking, gets up to about the 50-yard line. Mark it down at the 49 for a gain of 3.
And really smart, too. As you saw, the driver did everything he could to stay as far away from the sideline as he could. Keep that ball in the middle of the field. Keep that clock running. Still able to pick up 3 yards. He'll take it. Take whatever you're given, but keep that ball away from the stripes.
Richland defense needs a huge stop. They need a huge 3 and out in a desperate way to try to end the losing streak to Kennewick. The Lions, they've run the ball quite effectively tonight. Driver turns, hands the football off to Brooks up the middle. He's gonna maybe get a yard. And that'll bring him 3rd down. 3rd and 6 for Kennewick. 9.5 remaining here in the quarter.
Well, you might see a rare throw here in the second half by Driver here in this play.
Yeah, I could see that.
Quick short out. He's been effective with that.
Jacob Gay in the backfield. And Josh Jelinek going to call a timeout for the Richland Bombers. Make sure the
timeout, Richland, their first charge timeout.
Defense is set up. ICCU is proud to sponsor SWX coverage of local high school sports in the stands, on campus, and across our community. ICCU is cheering for student athletes, their families, and the fans who make game nights all so special. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Well, Josh Jelinek probably knowing how big this third down is going to be. If he wants to try to stop Kennewick, get the offense back on the field, and then, you just look at that clock and watch it ticking down.
Well, that's one of the reasons. And another one is, too, his defense has been on the field a lot.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have enough energy to make the stop and get the ball back, got to make sure they're fresh. You can hold on to these timeouts if you want to. It's not going to be at a point that it's going to matter. And the game still matters right now, and it's probably not a bad time.
And there you see Josh Jelinek talking to Sai Kizel Kahane. He's essentially forcing him off the field, and that's a huge blow to this Richland defense. Kizel Kahane is a huge part of the Bomber.
Yeah, he's a big man, 6'4", 230, and losing him, that's big news.
Driver going to turn, fake the handoff and throw, and that's Matthew Stanfield was in the backfield. That probably caused some of the problem, but that'll just go down as a little bit of a bad pass.
Yeah, at the same time, I'm not sure that was his first option, but he wanted to make sure what he threw was not an interceptable ball, and just kind of threw it down in the turf, put it in the vicinity, no grounding, and now you've got 4th down.
4th and 6. This is often when we see drivers start in a shotgun, then back up into that little where he becomes the punter formation. He might try to go for it at 50. Nope, he'll back up, and this will be a punt. He'll get up in the air. Bounce at the 16. Oh, and I think that hit the end zone. Yeah, it just, last rotation, got to the end zone.
Boy, full marks, too, trying to get down there. And
Pursley was right down there, and he almost was there in time. And just watch him, and then just boop, right there. Yeah.
Acrobatic play.
Almost was able to get it. Boy, that would have been a big one for Kennewick, but then Richland will start at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, but the problem is they've only got 9 minutes to score 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, those special teams guys are so important right there. Alexander Pursley, senior at 5'8", 165, and going out there, getting some time and trying to make that big play and make a difference. Just missed it.
You just saw Randy Affolter inducted into the State Coaching Hall of Fame through the Coaches Association. It's Woodard going to look, toss to the left and over the head of his intended receiver, Hayden Galloway.
Well, again, the Kennewick Lions not giving time at all. Toss and pass, intended receiver Galloway. That one overshot him. So not a lot of time at all for Woodard.
Second and 10 now from their own 20-yard line. Jackson Woodard steps back, has some time. Now he's going to roll to his right. Throws and knocked away by Cooper Neer. A flag comes in from way at the back, Judge.
Way back.
Like way back, and I think they're going to get Cooper Neer for defensive pass interference. And that it's going to be that left hand of Cooper Neer that's going to be.
Well, how far back was that?
Yeah.
The back judge was at the 40-yard line at Kennewick, and it took 2 throws to get the flag anywhere near where the situation was. That's how far away that was.
Pass interference, defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. The yardage is a first down.
You can probably hear the Kennewick faithful disagreeing vehemently with that call, and it's the left hand. Oh, it's the grab.
Yep.
It's the grab right there. You could just kind of see it. And it is ever so slight.
And in fairness to the back judge, she had a great look, and you see
Galloway
yanking the jersey, Galloway, and he yanked me.
He got the hold, man. He's holding the back of my jersey.
That's a great call, even though it might have been from another county.
Woodard will roll to his right again. Looks, throws, finds Hayden Galloway at the 45-yard line, gain of 10.
Yeah, the officials do a great job. But that's the first thing you look at and go, wow, that's a long way away. Sometimes you get the best view, and he really did.
Yeah.
So, excellent pass. Gets it right to that first down stick. And again, Galloway with the catch.
So first and 10 from their own 45 now for Richland. That pass interference might have woken up the offense a little bit. Woodard throws across the middle. Caught. Brody Bosick splits a couple of defenders down inside the 40 of the Lions to the 39-yard line. Gain of 16 for Brody Bosick.
Yeah, the tackle was Parker. Parker just got him by the shoelace and able to pull him down. Well, you take what's given to you and right there throwing under the coverage.
So first and 10 now from the Kennewick 39-yard line. Richland trying to make a fourth quarter comeback. Woodard this time going deep, trying to find his intended receiver, Pearson Bryant, and it goes up and over his head, incomplete. So second and 10 for Richland.
Well, again, right there, it's Woodard hanging back in the pocket. Had some time, but overshot the receiver. Great coverage, though. I'm not sure if it's going to come down inbounds. It's not going to get picked up. Very well could have.
Second and 10 now for the Bombers. Woodard rolling to his right. Throws, and that's over the head of his intended receiver, Hayden Galloway. And that'll bring up third down.
Jacob Ball, step for step with the receiver.
Third down, 10 to go. Richland, this is definitely 4 down territory. 2 plays to get 10 yards. No receivers, 3 receivers out wide right. Single receiver, Bryant to the left. Woodard throws, caught, Kyan Williams, but he's tackled and dropped immediately. Gains about 3.
Good job by Javon Golden. Gave him some time with the blocking there on the right side. 6'6", 230, and able to box his man out there. Gave Woodard some time to make that throw. Didn't gain much, but good job keeping him away from his QB.
So pretty much, again, we're sitting here. Game might be just about on the line. 4th and 7 for the Bombers. 3 receivers to the left, single receiver out wide right. Jackson Woodard looking. Has a little bit of time now. Peter Smith is going to close the door. Woodard, though, able to scramble a little bit. He's going to throw into the end zone. Brody Bosick knocked away. Jacob Ball knocks it away. A potential game-clinching pass breakup and knocks away what might have been a record-setting touchdown catch by Brody Bosick. Great job by Jacob Ball.
You know, Ball's been a real key guy for Kennewick here tonight, and right there, one-on-one. Able to get that hand in last moment and be the spoiler.
Yeah.
It was right in his hands.
Right there. That was right into the
Took that right hand,
just
punched it right out of his hands.
So 1st and 10 now for the Kennewick Lions. They're not going to be in any real big hurry offensively. So it looks like they got 2 backs in the backfield now, Carter Bendewald and Rivion Brooks. Hand off Brooks. Trying to find some space up the middle. Gets 2, maybe 3 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down. At some point, Josh Jelinek will need to start using his timeouts. Might be a little bit on the earlier side for that.
And which he has 2 left.
He has 2 left, as does Kennewick's Randy Affolter.
Not too sure he'll be using his.
Not in any real time soon. Kind of wait till that play clock rolls down. It's at 5, 4, then they'll snap it. Driver fakes one handoff, then hands it all the other way to Carter Bendewald. Breaks out of a 1 tackle, almost breaks out of a 2nd tackle, but gets up to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Well, that should be enough for a 1st down. Carter Bendewald.
Finn Bundage finally finished him off.
If I remember correctly, Bendewald's actually the leading rusher, and he's not had the ball a ton tonight. He's the leading rusher. I know that Rivion Brooks, I think, is one of their main guys, but Bendewald has the most yards for this Kennewick squad. Just, I think, his 3rd carry of the night.
Yeah, that was a battle carry. He probably had 4 guys touch him before finally the 5th brought him down.
So 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line for Kennewick. A couple 1st downs here, and things start to look decidedly EKU's way. Handoff, Bendewald again. This time he's going to get dropped after about a yard. So 2nd and 9 for the Lions.
Tyree Lopez in there on the play. 6'3", 305.
So they actually moved the ball up a little bit further, so it's a gain of 2. We'll bring up 2nd and 8 as the Kennewick offense ready a little earlier than they needed to be. So Driver's going to let that clock continue to tick down. 5 minutes remaining. Handoff, Brooks. He's going to get a yard. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
Scott Alexander is the toughest job in the building, is trying to find a place where he can run out and stop the play.
Timeout, Richland. And their 2nd charge, timeout.
So we will take a timeout as well. Kennewick leads 21-7. We'll get to the conclusion of this one when we come back. You're watching high school football on SWX. Tonight's game sponsored by Prosser Orthopedic Center, home to fellowship-trained surgeons Dr. Higgs and Dr. Goodell. Trusted care for sports injuries and joint health, supporting athletes and families in our community. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
They were able to help Morrow after he tripped over a hot dog at the Mariner game last week, the one that he put on Facebook.
3rd and 7 now for Kennewick. Clock stopped after the second Richland timeout. See what Kennewick decides to do. Driver going to keep it himself. Left side, finds some space initially before he's driven back. Not before he gets 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, he was able to get up to at least the 47-yard line of Richland. Great run. Keeps churning.
So that'll bring up 4th and 3 for the Lions.
Well, this is where the efficient offense. Do you punt here? Or do you try and run one more play?
You've got to play field position, I think, at this point. I'd imagine Randy Effelter is going to punt this one away.
Yeah, and he can punt pretty well off the back pedal.
Because at this point, when you got 4:10 or so remaining, you're in a situation where I'd imagine they want to, yep, he's going to back up and punt. They want to make Richland go distances. As that ball will bounce at about the 21-yard line and then take a couple of funny little hops, as footballs so often do. It'll be down at the 23, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Richland Bombers, but they've got 3:55 to go, so scoring has to happen frequently and quickly.
Yeah, time is not the amigo, and they have one timeout left, the Bombers. So they need to strike quick, find a way to get that football back, but time is not an amigo right now.
Yep. You're working against not only the defense, but the clock. And they've not been able to really connect on anything of distance in the passing game. If anything, they could finally, if they could find something that goes deep and gets huge chunks of yardage or goes to the house quickly, that's what the Bombers need. Starting at their own 24-yard line, 76 yards away from pay dirt. And that's just the first score they need tonight to try to tie this one up. Woodard looking, scrambling. Now he's going to have to try to split a couple of defenders. Does. Always looking to throw the ball, not looking to run. And he's going to get dropped for a sack. In the backfield there was Brody Burrell. As Kennewick was not going to allow him anyone to throw to, and he didn't want to run it.
Well, he likes to hang out in that pocket, and he found out he just ran out of time very quickly.
So 2nd down, Woodard gonna have some time and then throws it, and his intended receiver Pearson Bryant had run out of bounds and was not an eligible receiver anyways, but the ball will drop to the turf. Incomplete.
Line judge on the near side dropped his hat at the 41-yard line, signifying he had stepped out. So when you do that, you can't come back in, and you're out of the play.
Difficult task for the Richland Bomber offense tonight, and they've had flashes here and there, but consistently the Kennewick defense has had the game plan and the talent to stop the Bomber offense. Kennewick at Walla Walla next week. So that pass caught and dropped after a short gain.
Yeah, Kennewick has just gone to the shutdown game right now.
Meanwhile, the Bombers are on the road. They'll be back here next week. They'll take on Sageview.
Illegal motion on the offense. Penalties declined. 4th down.
And I think Richland's waving the white flag at this point. Interesting.
More than likely the last time that they will touch the ball this game. 3:11 to go, and Kennewick has moved that football.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to talk to Josh Jelinek about this decision. But yeah, the offense has just struggled so much. Instead, the ball will bounce at the 46. Take a little bit of a Richland hop, but down at the 44-yard line where Kennewick will start. They're going to mark it at the 45.
Yeah, Justin Vollmer able to get down there and hang on to that ball. They'll place it right at the 45-yard line.
So 2:52 away, Kennewick. 1st down or 2, and they'll be able to kneel on the football and get out of this one 5-0 on the season. Looking very much like the top 3A team they usually are in the MCC. They've beaten Southridge. They'll have Walla Walla next week.
Well, the Bombers do have the one timeout if they so choose to utilize it.
Offensive line are running out. They got their feet tangled up. They're up into the turf. So it will be Dom Driver out there. Either he takes it or Rivion Brooks takes it. It's Brooks up the middle. And he'll get a gain of about 5 to midfield.
Yeah, forward progress stopped right at the 50-yard line. Great run.
By my count, that's 99 yards rushing for Rivion Brooks. Jeff, what do you got? Okay. All right, I think it's 99. It's right around 100. So
brain is not a calculator.
It is. It just may not be the world's fastest calculator.
I'd be happy to lease him one. I've got one right here.
He's got one in his pocket anytime he wants to pull it up.
Yeah, right in the phone.
2nd and 5 for the Lions. Brooks gets the handoff again up the middle. He is going to get enough for a first down. 6 yards on the carry. Triple-digit day for Rivion Brooks in his return to the lineup.
Unofficially.
Unofficially, of course. The numbers that ultimately will count will be Randy Affolters. He sends them off to Tate Meyer, who posts them on the MCC website, sends them out to the media members. And Brooks will come out to the field. I think that probably is the indication that he got to 100 yards. Nice job for him. 16 carries. I have him for 105. After missing last week, wanted to get him healthy, get him ready for this big contest, and he's paid off their patience.
Yeah, better than 8 yards run.
Handoff, Jacob Gay up the middle, lowers his shoulder. They'll get inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of, we'll give him 5.
Jacob Gay on the carry for the Lions.
2 more plays, actually 1 more play ought to wrap this one up. Kennewick going to move to 5-0 on the season. They have got Chiawana still on the schedule. We'll be here for that game on SWX. They've also got Kamayakin still on the schedule, but 2 of the tougher matchups they needed to work their way through. They've been able to do so, beating Southridge and now beating the Richland Bombers. Driver turns, hands the football off to Gay. Right-hand side, gets inside the 35, bullies his way down to the 32, 31-yard line. It's a gain of 7. That'll end this contest. As the
Clock stops.
There'll be 1 second left. There'll be one more play left.
Clock stops to move the chains, and it'll wind up. And
so Kennewick could just down the ball, or they can try one more handoff at any point in time. They do not need to wait for the play clock to drop down.
probably just take a knee.
I would imagine that is what we're going to see, and it's exactly what they'll do. Kennewick Lions win this one 21-7. Defensive battle, but another close contest in the everlasting rivalry between Kennewick and Richland. The 7th victory in a row for the Lions over the Bombers. Craig, final thoughts in this one as we say goodnight on a Thursday night for Lamson.
Well, running that offense, just really a great night for Driver, able to ramble in for the first 2 touchdowns. That certainly goes on to win it. Gay with the clincher, but a lot of people, especially defensively for Kennewick, start in this game. And it's kind of a who's who that you can go to with that, but Jacob Ball had a great night.
And again, that big not pass breakup in the 4th. That scores that it becomes a very different game. As a 1-score game, all of a sudden, Richland might starts to feel pretty good. And instead, Jacob Ball just knocks the ball away and says, hey, not in my house, as it were. Kennewick is 5-0. Richland, they fall up short again. They're going to have to try to go back to the old drawing board on this one. Both teams looking pretty strong, though, for next week to shake this one off. Your final, it is the Kennewick Lions 21, the Richland Bombers 7. For everybody on the crew, the camera people, the trailer people, and so many others. And a big thank you to my partner, Craig West, and Jeff Morrow for jumping on for us as well. I'm Kevin Rounce. Have a great rest of your Thursday night.